Dark JRPGs don't just tell stories. They drag you into eerie worlds filled with unsettling mysteries, disturbing choices, and characters that haunt your thoughts long after the credits roll. Some of these games hide their darkness beneath colorful visuals, while others shove you straight into psychological torment and apocalyptic despair. But one thing's for sure, once you start, you won't be able to put them down. This is 9 dark JRPGs you never knew you needed. And hey, if you love suffering through twisted plots and emotionally devastating moments, hit that like button, it won't betray you. Unlike some of these games. 9. Linda³, the JRPG that's too weird to forget. Some games ease you into their darkness. Linda does the opposite. At first glance, it looks like a quirky anime RPG with a bizarre sci-fi setup. You play as a couple tasked with gathering 2 of every animal before a planet-wide extinction event. Sounds innocent, right? Wrong. This game is unhinged. The world is filled with gruesome deaths, grotesque mutations, and disturbing psychological twists that keep escalating. One moment, you're in a lighthearted, almost comical scene. Then suddenly, you're knee-deep in blood-soaked horror and tragic betrayals. Originally Japan only, this cult classic has since been translated, making it easier than ever to experience its nightmare fuel firsthand. 8. Tales of Berseria, a revenge story like no other. Most Tales games balance lighthearted adventure with emotional storytelling. Berseria? Forget that. It's pure rage, loss, and revenge. Velvet starts off as an ordinary girl. Then her life is ripped apart. What follows is one of the most brutal transformations in JRPG history. She's not here to save the world. She's here to burn it down. Instead of the usual band of noble warriors, your party is a band of anti-heroes, each with their own selfish motivations. There's no grand mission for justice, just a web of shifting alliances and moral gray areas. Even in its darkest moments, the game throws in just enough humor to make the emotional gut punches hit even harder. This isn't just the darkest Tales game, it's one of the most gripping revenge stories in JRPG history. 7. Undertale. Not as cute as you think. At first, Undertale looks like a lighthearted indie RPG with funny dialogue and quirky characters. But the deeper you go, the more unsettling it becomes. The genocide route changes everything. The once charming world crumbles into a nightmare, and the game itself starts judging you for your choices. Towns become ghost towns. The music turns cold and empty. Characters you once laughed with react in pure fear. Even the protagonist changes into something monstrous. And here's the kicker. Even if you try to undo it, Undertale remembers. No matter what. It's a rare RPG that punishes the player for cruelty in a way that feels personal. You don't just play Undertale, you live with what you've done. 6. Shadow Hearts. History has never been this unsettling. Most JRPGs take place in fantasy worlds. Shadow Hearts? It throws you into a twisted, supernatural version of early 1900s Earth. And it's genuinely disturbing. Everything in this game feels off, from its grotesque monster designs to its dark alternate history. The protagonist, Yuri, doesn't just use magic. He transforms into demons at the cost of his own sanity. If you push him too far, he loses control, turning the battle system itself into a psychological horror mechanic. With its eerie soundtrack, unsettling imagery, and one of the most unique settings in JRPG history, Shadow Hearts is as haunting as it is unforgettable. Lisa, the painful, when misery becomes a game. Some RPGs challenge you with tough bosses. Lisa the Painful challenges you emotionally. This post-apocalyptic nightmare throws you into a world where women have gone extinct and society has devolved into madness. You play as Brad, a broken man trying to protect someone he cares about. But here's the thing. This game does not care about your feelings. Every choice is brutal. You either sacrifice resources or you lose party members permanently. Every step forward comes with a price, whether it's physical pain, psychological torment, or horrific consequences you didn't see coming. It's not just dark, it's emotionally draining, and yet you can't stop playing. 4. Grandia II. Not the game you remember. People remember Grandia as a bright, adventurous RPG. Grandia II? Not so much. From the start, you know something is off. The protagonist, Ryudo, isn't your typical heroic swordsman. He's bitter, cynical, and sick of everyone's nonsense. The world feels vibrant at first, but as the story unfolds, that illusion shatters. Beneath the colorful visuals, Grandia II delivers some of the darkest twists in JRPG storytelling. Betrayal, corruption, horrifying truths about gods and faith. This game goes places you don't expect. And when it hits hard. Three, Omori, a descent into psychological horror. Omori pretends to be a cute, hand-drawn RPG, but the further you go, the more its true nature creeps in. At first, it feels like a fun, whimsical adventure, but the cracks begin to show. The cheerful world hides a terrifying secret. The story begins repeating itself in ways that feel wrong. And eventually, the game forces you to confront something you'd rather ignore. It's not just a dark story, it's a psychological horror experience disguised as a JRPG. And once the truth unravels, you'll never forget it. Hap 2. Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne, a world already in ruins. Most JRPGs build up to the apocalypse. Nocturne starts after it already happened. The world is gone. What's left is a twisted, demon-infested wasteland where morality means nothing, and survival comes at a cost. Every choice you make shapes the future of this dying world, and there are no good options. With its oppressive atmosphere, eerie music, and relentless difficulty, Nocturne isn't just dark, it's merciless. Few RPGs capture true despair like this one. 1. Vandal Hearts, Blood, Betrayal, and Political Chaos. Tactical RPGs love their political drama, but Vandal Hearts takes it to the next level. Forget noble heroes. This is a world where betrayal is constant, war is brutal, and corruption is everywhere. The story is filled with twists, executions, and brutal battles, all while geysers of blood erupt with every kill. It may not be the most famous dark JRPG, but it's one of the most ruthless. Dark JRPGs aren't just about eerie worlds. They stick with you, long after you've finished. Which of these have you played? Let us know in the comments. And if you love games that mess with your mind, hit that subscribe button, because we've got more coming that'll keep you up at night.